we're back. Welcome to Weiss Butts.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wise Butts. I'm Pam to Butts.
I'm Annie Weiss.
And we have a very special guest today, Gregory Korostishevsky.
Yeah, very close, very close. You almost made it. D, I would give you D.
That's sort of passing, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So just call him Gregory K.
Gregory
This
K.
is a cool thing. All right.
Korostishevsky.
Korostishevsky.
Yeah, almost.
Korostishevsky.
It took me 4 years to get it.
How long did it take you to say your name? 4 years?
Rome wasn't built in 3 days.
How many letters is that?
Oh, 14.
Okay. Oh my
But
god.
I cut on this, so it's 14 now. So
It was
more.
longer than
it was
that?
More, yeah.
Oh my god.
What was the original name?
Was well now I will have a problem to pronounce it because I've been living here for a while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But it was much longer.
Mother of God.
I'm joking. Come on.
So Gregory K is here in the house. He is actor, comedian, teacher, and also maybe a rap star. By the way, he's wearing his hat. We're not
Yes,
sure.
It's so fancy.
I try to be
Yeah.
in the shower.
Me too.
All right. All right. So, what's going on, Annie?
So we have Ask Wise Butts, and we got a lot going on today. We had some people write in with some questions.
yeah, because this is our segment. It's kind of like where we offer the best advice we can as comedians, and we also have our guests answer the best advice they can to these people.
Yeah.
So we give it our best
We're
shot.
gonna
We're
do
not
it our-
trained professionals. But
Not even close. But we're gonna try. So our first question comes from Linda in Stony Brook, New York, and she said, I'm online dating, and I messaged every guy that I've matched with, and nobody has responded to me. What's wrong with me?"
So she's messaged every guy on online dating,
Yeah.
and nobody has gotten back to her.
Nobody has said hi.
I think we'd have to see her picture.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like maybe she should rethink her pictures on her profile. Maybe redo her bio. What do you think, Gregory?
I think the picture is problem with the picture. I mean, she's supposed to take a better photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and completely change the image. Completely. I mean, today with the technology, with the plastic surgery, I mean, we can do it. I mean, it's possible. It's doable.
Get a face
Yes,
transplant.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Change the butt with the face. I mean, or face with the butt. It's
There you
doable.
go. Put your
It's
butt on your
doable.
face.
Well, whatever. You just
That's not so bad.
slide it.
I
No,
feel like
Yeah.
slide
I
it.
mean,
you just
yeah.
slide it.
Yeah, get a nice shade to put in front of the face so
Yes.
you really can't even see her.
As my grandmother would say, don't
Yeah.
stand under a street lamp.
That's true, yeah.
Mhm.
And so,
Maybe it's the lighting.
But what is a woman? She wanted to date.
yeah, she wants to date, and then she's online messaging, and nobody's messaging her back.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But she put the picture.
Yeah, I think she has a couple of pictures up.
Well, then she shouldn't put the picture.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe it's the pictures.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's a very lovely girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Profile.
Yeah.
She should put the picture with profile.
Profile,
Profile.
of her,
Yeah.
the side of her
Yes,
face.
absolutely.
That's a
Maybe
good one.
there will be attraction.
Maybe a cute puppy.
You never know what's attract male. I
That's
mean, I tell you.
true.
Yeah.
I tell you as a male.
Yeah, you never know.
No.
Yeah.
Which it comes to our next question.
Okay. The next question is my mom doesn't like my girlfriend, but I want to ask her to marry me. What should I do? Ooh, this is a tough one.
I would suggest maybe having them hang out together with the guy. I think his name is Mark, right? Oh yeah, his name is Mark, and he's from Brooklyn. I think that maybe Mark should have his girlfriend and his mom hang out. Maybe his mom is kind of protective. I don't know.
But do you think if his mom and his girlfriend hung out, that could actually make it worse, don't you think?
I think maybe the mother needs to get to know the girlfriend a little bit more.
And if they don't kill each other by the end, then
He should propose.
propose.
Yeah, what do you think,
Propose.
Gregory?
Always propose.
Yeah.
I say, with my experience, I've been married for 32 years, but I was 4 years dating.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have much experience with this dating.
Yeah.
My wife was the first woman actually for me.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah.
that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I think about experience. In America you have to have experience.
yeah.
You have even put in a resume or something. I have nothing.
Your resume is just gonna be just empty. Just
Empty, just one line. But
it'll say loyal.
Yeah.
I don't know what is loyalty. I just something happened when I saw my wife, and it just happened, and I just going by my way. So what about the question?
The next question.
Oh, the next question. Okay. So, do you want to read this one?
Yeah.
Okay, go
all
ahead.
right.
This is a really. This is
Wait.
one of
What's
my
her name?
favorites.
What's her name? Lucia.
Tanya.
Oh, Tanya.
Yep.
Oh. Sorry. All right. So it says. Okay. So she says, I am a female, and I have a mustache. My boyfriend thinks it's sexy, but I want to get it waxed. What should I do?
Keep the mustache.
Uh-huh.
It's very important. If boyfriend like it, then keep it.
Yeah.
My wife, actually, when I met her, I was 19 years old, but I look like a 13. Yeah, at the time, because I was always, slow developed. Yeah, and she asked me to, grow the beard,
Okay.
and so I grew the beard, and that worked.
Yeah.
People outside they were look at me like I was some kind of crazy or something.
Yeah.
I was too young. Imagine 13 years old with a beard. But it worked. It worked. So keep the mustache.
Okay.
The mustache. All right.
I would say the same thing. Be you, do you. If your boyfriend likes it, God bless.
Yeah, and
I
then
wish my boyfriend liked my mustache.
I would say just trim it. Make sure
Yeah.
it doesn't get too
Not
out of
over the
control.
lip.
Yeah.
Don't go over the lip.
Because you have
Yeah.
to keep your job too. I would say.
Truth. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Could you? I mean, could you lose a job if you had? I mean, you couldn't
Actually,
technically.
you can't I mean, it's whatever, but I think that would be considered discrimination.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Against women with mustaches.
Yeah.
You women with mustache.
Rock it, girl.
Yeah,
Be
absolutely.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, bearded women had to get action sometime,
Absolutely,
right?
everybody
I
Yeah.
think
Wow.
I think it's even sexy. With the mustache.
the mustache on.
I never thought about this. Now I'm thinking.
What do you think about the beard? What about lady sideburns? Is that something
Sideburn.
Yeah.
on the lady?
On
Yeah.
a lady.
Well, somebody will like it.
Yeah.
Somebody will like it. We'll always find. You have to find the match.
Right.
Find the match.
Right.
Somebody like the beard. Somebody like the sideburn. You have to find your match,
Yeah.
and it's very important. So
Absolutely.
start from the childhood.
Mhm.
Look for it.
Start young.
Start young.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm still single. Do you have any advice for me, Gregory?
Yes, work harder. How many dates per day you have?
Per day?
Yes.
At least 2.
Well,
Not
Look.
good enough?
no. Look, you need to be active.
You're right. You're right. I need to get
I
out
didn't
there.
know you're single. You just told me today.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any?
I
you
have,
you have sons, right?
What do I have? What do I
Don't you
have?
have sons? Don't
No,
you
I
have
don't have
sons?
sons. I don't have sons.
Oh, maybe that's from the TV
no.
show. I was
It's
confusing.
yeah, the TV show.
I
I
was
have three sons, and they don't look like me at all. Yeah, but look, you have to talk to people. I tell my sister that.
Yeah.
She doesn't listen to me.
Yeah.
She doesn't listen.
Just get out there and talk to everybody.
Just get out from the sofa and start do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. But the couch is so comfortable. It really is.
It is.
Oh God.
Yeah,
As you sit down, it sucks your soul right out. It's so
absolutely.
nice.
And then in 10 years, oh my God, I'm not married. I don't have a good job. What am I going to do? There is a pills for that.
After 10 years, you have to break up with the sofa then, right? And
It's
start
true.
again.
Yeah. My sofa Bob, he's wonderful.
Such a relationship. All right. So then we have some questions for you because you are a guest and we would like to ask you things. So can we start our interview process?
Go ahead, interview process. I always anxious about interview.
Oh, don't be anxious.
Right, so
I'm gonna start sweating already.
Good thing it's cold in here.
yeah.
When you moved here, what was your motivation? What was your motivation to move to America?
Food.
Oh, mine too. It's always food.
No, there's a many motivation. I just want to get out.
Yeah.
I just want to get out of this miserable life.
Yeah.
It was horrible. You always have two jobs. Not two jobs. I mean, you have 4 jobs plus the another job. You have to. It's a job to find the food.
Right.
Not to buy, find the food.
You just work 3 jobs and then you got to go hunt and scavenge.
Yes. So, plus, I mean, horrible life, miserable. I look at some pictures. I recently found a picture when my last days back in Soviet Union when I came home, and I look at this. I never see that, but I saw so many unhappy people. I mean, so many unhappy people. I'm staying, and there is a people around me, and they're so sad.
Yeah.
Sad
they were
people.
hungry.
I don't know. I mean, it's hungry, depressed.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's become like a normal life for
That's
them.
awful.
And
You
I
got out.
and they become jealous to each other. They become depressed. They become unhappy. Horrible. It's like affecting the whole. And I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
We're glad you're here too.
Now, how old were you when you came here?
I was 30 years old.
30 years old?
30
Oh,
years
okay.
old, yeah.
And then, were you? Now you do a lot of stuff in show business, and I mean, you have many jobs here as well.
Yes, absolutely.
But in terms of acting and stand-up and stuff like that, did you do that in Russia? I mean, what's the stand-up scene in Russia?
Well, today probably they copy everything today from America. I mean, you turn the TV, there is a lot of even sitcoms. There was no sitcoms at all. I mean, there was no stand-up comedy at all.
Yeah.
There was some comedians, very good comedians, but not like a stand-up. There was most like a monologue. They were doing monologue. It's a kind of different, but not many. There was every kind of comedian was appointed by general secretary or general secretary KGB. I mean, you couldn't say certain things at all.
Wow.
I mean, only certain things they wants you to talk about this.
Yeah.
But they were good. They were good, and it's inspired me. I never had a dream to be comedians. I mean, when I came here and I see a lot of people doing this, and so I thought, let me try it, and I started doing this, and little by little.
How long have you been doing stand-up for?
Oh, stand-up I was doing from, I remember 2000.
Okay, so
Yes,
16
16 years, but back and forth. I really couldn't do it. There's always something happened in my life. I mean, when I start doing stand-up, my mother-in-law got a cancer, and then and my wife got an accident, car accident, horrible. Then my wife got cancer, and then my father-in-law got paralyzed, and I was like, it's like a story of my life. And I was busy. I was writing my comedy and taking care of my people. I mean.
Yeah.
I hear ya.
So, but look, I couldn't afford to go to more than once a week.
Yeah.
To the city and do stand up.
I mean, it's expensive to get into the city, and you got.
Well, it's not affordable. I didn't have a time. There were always. Well, there is always. But I was writing on the bus when I was taking bus to go to the city, and I was writing my stuff in the bus. There was a free time, 1 hour, and sometimes Friday you have to spend 2 hours on the bus, and that's a good time to write.
What else are you gonna do? Yeah. That's wonderful. And when you started, did you fall completely in love with it?
Yeah, so absolutely. If you taste the laugh of people, it's like a virus. It's affects
so
you.
true.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it affects you, and it's hard to get rid of it.
It's so true. I always say it's the best drug.
Yeah,
Nothing can replace it.
Yes, nothing.
It's like
And it's
heroin, yeah.
uplifting. After the show, you can sometimes. I remember when I started, I couldn't sleep
Yes.
after
me
that.
too.
So it was so to make people laugh. Yeah.
Oh, it's really the best thing in the world.
Yes.
Because I feel like
Yes.
I can't sleep whether I do a really good show or if I do a really bad show.
I'm just not sleeping.
Yeah, because the one when I do good, I'm like, oh, I'm amazing. I have all my endorphins. I feel
Yeah.
on top of the world. And then if I do a really bad show, I'm like, oh God, what did I do? Why did I say that?
Or like, why did I say it like that? I
Yeah.
always do that to myself.
Yeah.
Because if you say it a certain way, it always works. But then maybe if I say it like this and I put a pause and then it doesn't work, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know?
So wait, so you started doing stand up when you first got here, but like, what about acting? Was that before or after
Well,
stand up?
Well, I was
time or?
I received the training in acting, and at the same time I was receiving training for engineering.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
So
like
how-
two different spectrums.
To different yeah, I was studying aerospace engineering, and in 4 years I found that I'm not interested in that.
It's a little dry.
Yeah, a little bit dry.
Yeah.
And I kind of my wife pushed me to acting actually.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
wow. That's
I
really
was
cool.
when I was dating her, and then we married. I make her laugh until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So she pushed me to acting. She insisted me to go and start do acting, and before a couple years before I immigrated, I become a full-time actor on
That's
kind
so
of-
cool.
Full-time actor in.
back in Russia. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so
But-
what type of like?
Yeah, I was.
Plays or
It was.
shows
It
or-
was like a permanent member of the theater. It was.
Okay.
It was in. We stay during the year. We perform like a repertory theater, but like a main theater. It was a national theater of Ukraine.
Did they teach Stanislavski?
Yes, they teach Stanislavski, only Stanislavski.
Right.
Back then, and I wasn't really. Maybe I had not really inspired teachers there, but I always have a problem to kind of use it because I was very kind of critique to myself, and I didn't feel I did well
What, at the
enough.
acting? You
Yeah,
didn't-
in acting. So I was always searching the way. I was passionate to find the way to do better acting.
Mhm.
And when I came to America, I went to study acting, and it took me a couple years to find a good teacher, a great teacher actually.
Mhm.
So looking, and I
where-
studied in
where did you go?
Carnegie Hall. There was acting studios, and there was a studio of famed teacher, Mr. Robert X. Modica. And I studied with him like 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah. And that's really answered me all the question I needed.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So and while I was studying there, I started doing stand up,
Mhm.
and my teacher approved that. He went to see the show and
Oh, that's
said
so
you
nice.
should continue. Yeah.
That's very
Now,
cool.
do you think he would have told you if he thought you shouldn't continue and stand up?
I trust him a lot, but I'm sure I was sure he would approve it because but he came. I was proud that he with all students who invited him to the plays and
Right.
shows, he didn't come to everybody.
came to
He came to
yours.
me. There was
That's
the best.
huge.
He was best. He was old but he came to me.
So he must have taken a liking to you then.
He loved me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless. That's
and I
wonderful.
love him too.
Aw.
He was the one who trained many kind of great actors. Duhovny and Tatura. All Taturas went through them.
Okay.
And,
Wait, David Duchovny?
David
the one,
Duchovny.
X-Files? Yeah. Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
So he really was really great teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really great human being. And after he died, I decided to teach too,
Yeah.
because he really touched all students.
Yeah.
And it's it's a thing that you can just get anywhere. So I decided to continue that, to give somebody else, and I feel very good too when I teach that. I enjoy it.
Absolutely, and I'm sure
Not
you're
not
so
less than
supportive.
I doing show.
And Thursday nights at 7:00 you teach.
Yeah, I teach
in
this,
Nutley.
not in Nutley, in Maplewood.
In Maplewood, okay.
Yeah.
In Maplewood on
Maplewood,
Thursday
yeah.
nights. You want to give the address?
Yeah, it's 616 South Orange Avenue.
Okay. At 7:00.
In Maplewood,
Let's
yeah.
plug that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And then because you teach acting, it's not stand up that you teach. You teach
Yeah, but
acting or
yeah, I teach acting. I
Mm-hmm.
teach acting, and it's the whole technique is a Meisner based
Okay.
technique, because my teacher was a student of Meisner,
Okay.
and he was permitted to teach when Meisner was sick. He was teaching that class, and I really found all the answer I needed.
Yeah.
just
It's a profound technique. It's like finding the instinct.
Absolutely.
Finding the instinct, which every artist needed. Instinct, and learning to live your life on stage with the instinct, by
Yeah.
the instinct.
Yeah, because it's like living in the moment, right? Because you're reacting not to what you're saying, and you're not in your head about what you're
Yes,
saying, right?
yes.
It's reacting to what you see.
Absolutely,
in front of
it's
you. Okay,
absolutely.
yeah.
It's a. You can study acting. You can study that stuff in any technique. Stanislavski too, as long as you have. As long as you can see whether it's the truth or not,
Right.
and true instinct is the ultimate truth.
And that's a muscle you have to work.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the more you work, the more you see, and it's start coming.
Yeah.
It start coming.
But that's something that you can't have in regular life, though, right? Because nobody would really. Like you can't just react. When
Well,
you,
with
yeah, it's like a
regular life you
different-
can, because there is you can react. You're right. And secondly, we got used to not to live by the instinct, because we do not trust the instinct since our childhood, because we always quisiting our instinct with the logic.
Right.
So the first thought is the instinct, but we miss this first thought. We're coming to the second and try to analyze it.
Yeah.
And that's not where the art is.
Right.
Yeah.
Art is in the
Instinct.
first thought,
Yeah.
instinct. Yeah.
And I would think this would also be a good technique in terms of stand-up too, because you can. I mean, you're there, and there's the people are right in front of you. It's the audience, and you can do your lines and say your lines. But there's also the instinct of what's going on. I mean, do you use that when you
Oh,
do stand-up?
absolutely.
Yeah.
That the acting, this acting technique gave me the commitment,
yeah.
Oh,
commitment
yeah,
and
absolutely.
focus. You focus, you totally focus, and stay with the focus for the whole 30 minutes or 40 minutes. That's all about acting, about focus and focusing on the instinct. You feel it. You become aware of anything what's going on, and you catch this first thought.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you just deliver that, and people enjoy it, because they were about to think about that,
Yeah.
but you ahead of them.
Yeah. And that's the same with comedy. We're always 10 steps ahead.
Yes.
Not ever letting the audience think.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the joke is in conceiving. You kind of try to hide. It's like a magic, you know. The art is in unexpected thing. So you try to, like a magic, you try to show and reveal in a certain time what is hidden, and come up with a surprise.
Right.
And you need to know that timing will give you time, tell you time when to do it, when to come up with a punchline. But punchline and setup should be the kind of like a magic. You have to hide it. Audience don't know where you're going with this, and boom, and bring the second thought, which has something to do with the first thought.
Right.
Have a connection, but really get you in a different situation.
Yeah.
Pulling the rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can
Or
say
kind
that.
of like you got him going. You think you're going right. Think you're going right.
Yeah, and then
you
it
go left.
boom
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very
Right, then
good.
we have, I guess, some questions about. So you have some big projects that you're working on now. You're on Orange is the New Black, which is a
Yes.
fantastic show. How? Oh, you
Well-
looked at me like I'm wrong.
No,
Am I wrong?
No, you're
Did
not
I not
wrong.
see you there?
No,
Was
no,
it your twin?
yes, no, just is they shooting for season and I waiting for when they calling me. I mean,
Oh, sorry.
well, the problem is my the wife, I playing husband of Fred, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's she's flirting with a security guard. I mean,
Oh,
she's,
Oh
she's
no.
stepping out.
yeah, she's kind of I don't know, but that's the premise. I mean,
Okay.
so I don't know what's going on. She, if you remember third season, she didn't like that I lied to her that I lost the shop.
Right.
So she banned me to visit her.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how long it's gonna be.
And that's why I thought you had sons, because I was remembering that
Yeah,
scene from
sons.
Orange is the New
Yeah.
Black. And
Well,
I was
the
like,
fir-
oh, his sons are cute.
Yeah, sons don't look like me. I mean, and I didn't like them at all.
Yeah.
But the thing is that comedy brought me to the Orange is the New Black.
And how did that happen?
Well, it's happened. My the agent that I work with her, the first I auditioned to that agent
Uh-huh.
in the Actors Connection, she didn't like me. She didn't work out. But then her assistant saw me in comic strip. When I passed comic strip, she saw me in a comic strip. She was a waiter and told the agent that I would she would see me. She called me to see me, and she started sending me some small stuff. I start getting like a movie a little bit, but then she led me theater. And I was working on like off Broadway for half a year every day. It was a very exhausting job, and she saw me on the stage. So then she started working with me harder.
Oh
That's
wow!
great.
So it all because her assistant saw you doing stand up, and that's how you got to a stage.
She was specializing
Yeah,
on
that's
at that
great,
time.
yeah.
She was specializing on comedians.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was doing even some showcases, bringing the industry there, and I remember after that she started bringing some people from NBC to see showcases, but really what I got from her, she started considering me like more after the stage time.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you worked a lot with Conan O'Brien as well.
Yeah, well, Conan O'Brien, she didn't let me Conan O'Brien. I got from other agents.
Okay.
Call me from. I freelance with
Yeah.
many commercial agents.
Good for
So
you.
some of them and some of them led me with David Letterman
Yeah.
sketches. Some of the Conan O'Brien stuff.
I remember when I was a little girl, you were in a fruit roll-up commercial.
Yeah, commercial was my specialty. I started from commercials. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like a probably I stopped counting after 60 commercials.
66
Wow.
zero.
I stopped
Wow.
I stopped counting and put them on the YouTube.
Yeah.
I stopped it. But it's well, commercial. It's like maybe I was just lucky. There was a time when there was this type of needed, and I started getting like 5 commercials per year.
That's great.
Was like very minimal.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
very good. It was very good, I tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It was so good that I could. Now it's like a slow time right now, but now it's like a couple 2 years was a change of. I see commercials. It's a little bit changing,
Yeah.
but now I see their pick up. There
Yeah.
more character needed.
Yeah.
It's always time when like a recession.
Yeah.
People don't like they you don't see funny commercials on TV.
Right.
You might see silly commercial, but not funny.
Right.
And when
And we're
time
all
is
six-
better,
yeah.
they start putting funny, because funny can assault somebody. You always put down somebody
Right.
when it's funny.
Oh, okay. And everybody's, I guess, in a bad mood because they don't have
yeah,
money and they don't
yeah,
have a
yeah.
job.
They don't want to
Well, I guess
offend
that makes
anybody.
sense.
And plus, they have more time
Absolutely.
to watch TV.
Right.
Yeah, so-
Absolutely. Well, they
Yeah.
scare. Funny is it's you have to take a risk. I mean,
Right,
it's
yeah.
funny. That's why comedian has to be fearless, because we have to take a risk to say a joke.
Right.
There is always a fan. There is always a fan. Somebody. My stand up can also offend somebody. There is
Yeah.
definitely. If there is some Russian audience who really love Russia and have no sense of humor,
Right. Well, yeah.
then I'm doomed.
That's the one guy in the audience that's
Yeah,
not gonna,
one guy.
Drago's going to be pissed, you know?
Because there's always 100% of people will not like you. Like when you first go into stand up, you're like, everybody's gonna love me. But no, if you have to be successful, you need like an equal amount
have
of
to-
people to
Yeah.
hate you.
Yes, you have to take a
Absolutely.
risk. It's
Yeah.
always a risk, and we have a natural we don't want to risk. When we got some set and it's working, you don't want to go
wanna-
outside of this vendor because it's working, and that's killing you as an artist.
Yeah.
That's killing you as an artist. You know,
Always
you
take
have
that
to
risk.
always
Yeah.
take a risk.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Take a
be brave.
risk.
Remember,
Yes.
remember to be brave.
Even if you're not brave, you have to act like you're brave.
Absolutely. Smoke and mirrors. That's what brings in the Meisner method, right? All right. Well, that's our time, unfortunately.
Well,
Oh, I had so much fun
No,
with
that
you.
went by so quick. Thank you so much.
thank you
Gregory,
very
for
much.
coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of
Yeah.
course, anytime.
Yeah, come back whenever you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You were
Oh,
always
when I stay until second next time.
just live in the studio.
Yeah. He's good at finding food, right?
Go forage. Thank you so much. This
very
was
welcome.
Wise Butts. Thank you, Gregory. I'm
Very
Annie Weiss.
And I'm Pam DeButts, and we will see you or
Next-
hear you.
Yeah, we'll hear you
something
next month.
month.
Good night. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.